Hello, we are live with Terra Nullius side stories after a quite a long time. Not checking out what's happening in the other parts of the world. I'm pretty excited to see how the world has been faring since the undead plague hit everything. I don't know about you guys.
Taking it not very well.
No, not very well. I mean, we'll see just how badly things have gone, I'm sure, very soon. But as you can see on the overlays here, Jordan is gone, and so that's where we're doing side stories. And but we're gonna visit Shayla's crew. We're gonna go back to India, and we're gonna find out what happened since Shayla has continued working for Titania. Working against Oberon, doing stuff in India. Apparently there's some things going down in India, and we're going to talk about why in the world there's so much going on in India and like why it's important right now. But you guys are still in India doing stuff, and as you can see, Gefeldlar and Rosemi are still around. They're still working with Shayla. And the last thing that you can see, of course, is that Seth has a ridiculously long and vowelless name. Once more.
But you pronounced it right this time.
I did. I've been practicing.
Can you say the rest of it?
Gefeldlar, Dingram,
No.
Nope.
I don't.
You got Dingram right.
Dingram. I know it was Dingram.
Kerlipuus.
Kirkledorf.
Kirkledorf.
Oh, right. I don't have the rest of the name in the overlay. I didn't do it. I did this last time, too, where I didn't fit the whole thing in.
Yep.
I might just open up Photoshop and get rid of the rest of your name too. Just do Gefeldlar because it's so ridiculous to look at. But yeah, so we're gonna find out. It's interesting. We'll say that.
Okay, guys, look, we're all in the Terra Nullius still. We're in the Reigning Sanctum.
Oh no, you aren't. Get out of there. What are you doing?
Ah, yes. Hello.
Mickey's still standing a couple feet away from me.
This is my first time seeing it. Oh, and it's gone.
Sorry. And we're gone from there. So I think we begin with a scene. And at the opening of the show, we get some text on the bottom of the screen. We see like an aerial shot of Delhi. So this really, really busy, crowded, cramped city.
I didn't even hear what he said.
Me neither.
Sandwich shop, because he said we're in Delhi.
I thought it.
Your timing was perfect, Seth.
You didn't say it because you said it kind of late. So I don't know.
Your timing was perfect. But yeah, so we're in the city of Delhi, and we're in 1490. So right now it's 1492. We see on the bottom of the screen something probably like, I don't know, October. No. Oh, no, it would be...
It'd be December.
December.
Do you need me to see what day that we did everything?
Yeah, what was the day that it all went to crap? It was like December 21st or something like that? No, it was before 20th. That.
No, it was like the beginning. It was like December 5th.
It was like December.
Well, what do you mean it all went to crap?
When the god of death died.
Okay, that was December 4th. December 4th.
Oh, I was close.
Okay. So yeah, I think we see, I don't know, probably like December 6th, 1492, come up on the screen. And it says something like 1 month earlier. And we see Shayla, I think, in like a beautiful dress. And she is talking with some like, Hindi elf, probably like woman, like royalty of some sort. We can't really hear what they're saying, but after we get the aerial shot of Delhi, right, we kind of like get this shot of like a palace, and then we kind of go in through one of these open windows, and we get a view of this like throne room or whatever it is, like cushion, like a palanquin sort of thing. This woman's like languidly like stretched out across this divan. And she's talking with you. And you're talking about some sort of like deal that you're making. The details are rather vague. We're not entirely, it's hard to tell, with what we're given, what's going on exactly. But, we get, this short little snippet of conversation. And I think we hear Shayla say something along the lines of, and I promise you, if you deal with, or if you accept this deal, however she'd phrase it, I don't know how exactly she'd phrase it, but if you accept this deal, I promise you that Titania will, and then there's like a shout in the other room, and like the both of them turn, and like the other servants like kind of like turn and look, and it's like a man who was like feeding a grape into this like woman's mouth, like just kind of like pauses and looks over, and then we see one of the guards like at the door just kind of like frown and reach over, open the door and like look, and then suddenly like a huge zombie monstrosity just like crashes through, and then the rest of the scene is just insanity, right? Like just people dying, a bunch of zombies just like rushing in the room and like attacking people, killing people, and it's just like all hell breaks loose. Shayla just like barely manages to like hide herself somewhere, and we see her just like horrified, just a shot on her face as she's like watching this woman that she was dealing with be eaten alive by this like giant hulking zombie monstrosity. And she's just like staring, and then we get a hard cut as the music like reaches its crescendo, this like tribal like oriental like drum music, and then we cut to black, and then we get a much more ravaged aerial shot of Delhi. Random things are on fire. The city looks like it's just been horribly mangled. There's destroyed buildings everywhere. It's not where before it was this like city of exotic pleasures and beautiful things. Now it's a city of flames and destruction. And we get a little text on the bottom of the screen that says a current day, probably like January 15th, 1493, or whatever it is, like probably January 2nd or whatever. But before we actually see where Shayla and crew are physically, I have what is called here love letters. So in a game called Apocalypse World, love letters are used basically to like see what's been up with characters since we haven't seen them in a while. And so I'm going to read off these love letters, and we're going to get a little bit of insight as to what you guys have been up to, and maybe some things that have been happening or things you've gotten along the way. You just could end up very well for your character or very badly, depending.
Oh, geez.
So I'm gonna go ahead and read these off in order of the stream here, which will work out nicely for the way this builds up to, I think. So we know that the Gefeldar, Rosemi, and Shayla have been working together for some time, but we'll see what they've been up to in the last couple months. So here, first love letter. My dear Vowellus Gefeldar, you've been working with this strange, fiery-haired halfling for some time now, but your love for arcane knowledge and your pursuit of magical mysteries has never wavered. Let's see how proud your strangely religious mother is. Roll 2d6 plus intelligence.
Shayla is always disguised, by the way, except when she's asleep. She's always pretending to be that Leilani girl.
Always pretending to be. Okay, yeah, so we saw her as Leilani again, right? Like in the shot that we got. Yeah, sure.
She would never be.
What did the letter say again? Because I wasn't sure where you were going with it. So
yeah, so it's just a fun little love letter sort of a thing, written by me, the GM, to your character, right? Okay. My dear Vowellus Gefeldar, you've been working with this strange fiery-haired halfling for some time now, but your love for arcane knowledge and your pursuit of magical mysteries has never wavered. Let's see how proud your strangely religious mother is. Roll 2d6 plus intelligence.
Oh my god.
I rolled 2 ones.
Nice. Perfect. Awesome. All right. All right.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Wow.
So
Not my day. Apparently.
So basically it's on an 8 through 10, you choose 2 of these options. On an 11 plus, you get all 3 of these options. On a 7 or lower, your mother isn't mad, she's just disappointed.
Oh.
And so basically what you could have gotten, you could have found a magic item of some value.
Oh, frick!
Roll 1d100 to find out what. You could have discovered a dark secret that you could have used to your advantage. And you wouldn't have attracted the notice of anyone or anything dangerous. If you don't choose this option, or if you can't, you have. So, you have attracted the notice of someone or something dangerous. Now, Kefeldlar, do you have an idea of what this person or thing might be?
Well, there's another reason I was thinking of going rogue.
That was. This is going into Twitty voice. Give me a second. Anything of.
Just do like old man voice.
I don't want to do this voice.
Nothing that crazy. Don't do that.
There's a reason that I was brought in on the last expedition. It happened to be my knowledge of the what was it? The Blood Sisters.
The Blood Sisters and the Red Mistress, yeah.
You don't dig up that kind of dirt without getting some on you.
Mm-hmm. So the Blood Sisters have been... So that's the thing, right? You offered this stuff to the Red Mistress, but the deal all fell through. So, yeah, I think the Red Mistress has been like, oh no, like, if this person can find out more about us, this might be bad. So the Blood Sisters have it out for you. And they've been sending people. I think there's been a couple of encounters you've had with them over the last few months. You've either managed to like narrowly avoid them through Rosemi's charm, or maybe you've had a couple of combat encounters too with some Blood Sister agents. But yeah, they're definitely still on your tail.
Now I wish I had gone rogue.
I'm sure she doesn't really like Shayla either.
No, it's true. It's true. But they want you specifically because of this information that you dug up. Yeah, like it led you. And I think like, because that's the thing, Kefeldlar knows this stuff now, right? Like he was the one who dug up all this stuff. And so you have an actual dangerous secret that, they want to kill you to make sure it never gets out. We can figure out what that is during play. But yeah, you definitely know something that they wanted to kill you for. So, here's my letter to Rosemi from me, the GM. To the lovely flower Rosemi, your charm and innocence continue to serve you well. While working with Shayla, you've seen more wonders and experienced more beauty than you ever thought possible. That is, until the plague came. It seems that things of beauty have become things of ugliness. But you might remain as a beacon of hope in a garden of thorns. Let's see how bright your light shines. Roll 2d6 plus charisma.
Okay, guys. 8.
8. Okay. On an 8 to 10, choose 2.
Oh, phew.
All right, so
you better than me.
You get to choose 2 of these things to be true. You've made a powerful friend that adores you. Who are they, and what can they offer you?
Well, not the dead guy.
Okay.
So you get to add.
But I get to choose.
Yeah, you get.
But I get to choose 2 of the 3. So
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Of course. Yeah. Duh. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. You've made a lot of money through your charm and your performances. Roll 1d20 plus 10 times 100 for how much?
Dang.
And then also the last one is you've made a horrible mistake since coming to Delhi that you regret dearly. It eats away at you every day. What is it? So I guess I wrote it wrong. It's supposed to be you didn't make a horrible mistake. Otherwise you did, right? So if you choose this option, then you haven't made a horrible mistake.
Okay. I want to have not made a horrible mistake.
Okay.
And
do you want a powerful friend or a lot of money?
I feel like a powerful friend would be more helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And
right. In the zombie apocalypse,
I really like making friends.
It's true. It's true. So
I think
who are they?
A powerful friend.
Yeah, who are they and what can they offer you? What friend have you made in Delhi?
So I think that originally I didn't know that they were powerful. we were just like around town, and I was finding different places to perform and performing and just chatting everyone up as I do. And I was in some like higher class bar or something I was playing, and started talking to a man, whatever race is indigenous to India.
Elf. Hindi
I was
elves.
talking to an elf man.
Okay.
And we were just like hitting it off. And I didn't know that he was powerful until then. His name somehow came up in, like, Shayla mentioned his name, like somehow something involving him. We had to do something involving him. I was like, ooh, I know him. Oh, he's powerful. And I don't know what he can do to help. Let's see.
Yeah, what does he offer you, right?
Sure.
Like,
Provide a sanctuary, maybe?
yeah, that could be a
That'd be
thing.
nice.
Maybe he's built like a
Maybe-
fortress or something.
So maybe he was the owner of the place that I was playing.
Okay, all right.
And that's like can be kind of our base in Delhi. Is he like, it's a nicer place and has good security, and we get to stay there.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, so he's provided you with a place to stay, which is important when the undead are killing everyone. So, cool. Good stuff.
And also a place to stay and a place to play as much as I would like
It's true.
in front of an audience.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably right. Like, as long as you play, you can stay. That's sort of the arrangement you guys probably have. Cool. All right. Dearest Shayla the Inexorable, may your force of personality break down every wall. What started off as one mission has turned into several, and right as you thought you were making some headway, things fell apart again for you. You feel lost, alone, and vulnerable. Even your connection with Titania has been broken. You haven't heard from her in months. But that's never stopped you before, like a month maybe. But that's never stopped you before. Let's see what you've been doing to make things work. Roll 2d6 plus charisma.
12.
Wow, very nice. All right, on 11 plus,
Whoa.
you get all 3.
Yay!
So,
What do I get?
despite the quickly eroding sultanate in Delhi, you've managed to keep yourself in good standing with the remains of the government. Otherwise, you're on the street. So yeah, like you still have good connections with whoever's in charge right now. So technically, it's actually a weird kind of like repeat of the first city Shayla was in this campaign in Side Stories, because there is a dragonborn sultanate, like a Muslim rulership in charge of Delhi, technically in the current timeline. So you have some connections in the government. You still have people that you know that you can get to help you with some things. You've also made positive connections with the 2 Fey courts that hold sway in India. The Crystal Court, which is based in the Middle East, and the Court of Clouds, which is based in the Himalayas. So you have connections with both of those Fey courts. And this is part of what you've been doing while you're in India, primarily, right, is basically there's a ramping up in the tensions between all the Fey courts, and Titania is at one end of this ramping up conflict, and Oberon's at the other end. And you're trying to make sure that the Crystal Court and the Court of Clouds, and any other allies you could get, were on Titania's side. But you have some positive connections with those Fey courts that you could call on as well. Also, Titania, before she went silent, gave you a boon or a gift of some sort. What was it?
Ooh, a boon or a gift.
Yeah.
Okay. Could the gift be a magic item?
I could indeed.
I want a magic item.
Yeah, you want a magic item?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Always want a magic item.
Let's find a table and have you roll.
Okay. So excited.
Was I supposed to get to pick one, or did I get just screwed because I rolled slow enough?
Yeah,
You got
so
screwed because you rolled low.
I
I
rolled
said I
so
could pick
low.
one, and then you asked me about that, because that would only have been a pick 0. I thought.
I don't
thought that
think I
was
said.
it, is you didn't get any of them because you rolled so low.
Yeah, so technically, I think that's how I originally written them, but I also feel bad because I don't think I meant to write it that way.
But
'Cause-
also, the
'cause
only
Emily
way
looks
that Cafeldrar would have gotten that is rolling natural one.
Exactly.
Because that's the thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm just wondering, because Emily picked 2, Alyssa picked 3, so
Yeah.
like this was like how
If it made if it made any sense, it would have been pick one. Yeah, I'll let you choose one, Gefeldlar. That's
because
fine.
I want a magic item.
Yeah,
too.
I felt like you want a magic item.
I didn't even get the option of a magic item.
Well, when
You got a powerful person that's a
powerful
friend.
friend.
I have people want to kill me.
It's true.
I guess.
Um,
I would have rather had magic item.
You're the reason
all
we're
right,
still
so
alive.
your friend dies the
know.
first scene. No. Okay.
Cool.
But yeah, we'll roll on these tables to see what magic items you guys have got. I think what we'll do is we'll each have each of you roll a d100, and you guys can switch magic items if it ends up being that like one of them is better for each one.
Okay, so roll 1d100.
Yes, and I'll find whatever table you're rolling on.
61.
61.
94.
Oh gosh, you're not getting that.
What?
No,
Oh.
I'm trying to figure out which table I want you to roll on. That you've been rolling on.
It's not like the super duper magic table we get to roll on.
No, because I'm not gonna even tell you what you might have gotten. Okay, because you'd be mad at me if I did. All right, so
Mad at you now.
Alyssa, you rolled a mantle of spell resistance.
Mantle of spell
I think
resistance.
it's like a cape cloak thingy. Let's see what it does specifically.
Don't you like get advantage on spell saves?
Yeah, I think it's something like that.
Mantle of spell resistance. Let's see. It's a rare magic
Yeah,
item.
you have advantage on saving throws against spells while you wear this cloak.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty
I'll
cool.
take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simple, easy. I
Yeah.
like it. And
And
it's probably going to be very useful. Well, maybe not against undead, but it would have been.
yeah. And then Gefeldlar, you rolled a wand of fear.
That's gonna be useful.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Wand of fear. That's cool. I feel like that was appropriate for both of us.
Mm-hmm. So it has 7 charges. For the following properties, it regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into ashes and is destroyed. While holding the wand, you can use an action to expend 1 charge and command another creature to flee or grovel, as with the command spell. But you also can expend 2 charges to cause the wand's tip to emit a 60-foot cone of amber light. Each creature in the cone must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or become frightened of you for 1 minute. While it is frightened in this way, a creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can use only the dash action or try to escape. Yeah, so it's the same thing as the fear effect that Darius has with the cloak or the hood.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Good stuff.
Cool.
So.
Good to know things are looking up for Shayla.
Yeah. You rolled pretty high there. Gefeldlar, we might be quickly running out on the Seth's characters in a side story clock here.
It's okay. I'm used to killing my characters.
Technically, I've only done that twice. Let's just put that in stone right now.
Oh yeah. It's not like we've only ever done 2 other side stories. Actually, that's not completely true.
No,
We also had
This
um,
is
I was gonna
session
say-
9.
Draz is
You
dead
may
by
have only
time.
killed 2 of his characters in side stories, but you've definitely killed more characters.
Yes, technically, I've killed. Technically, Yi died the second session, and then came back to life.
No,
I
I just
regret
meant
it.
more of.
Yeah.
I just meant more of Seth's characters, like in Fiasco.
Oh, that's true. I
or,
did kill
you
Seth's
know,
character. in
yeah,
Fiasco.
Made RPG, whatever.
And made
you know.
RPG. That did happen. Yep.
Drath is dead by time.
Exactly. I used. I am the arbiter of time, my friend.
to be fair though, we still have another session for you to kill him.
It's true.
technically.
It's true. Yeah. So, you guys find yourself in a horror-filled deli. and not
Evil
sandwiches.
sandwiches.
I should have seen this coming.
You should.
I really should have. I really didn't. Okay, so yeah, I think the first shot we get is we see this entertainment venue of one sort or another. Rosamie, what is this like? Like, what kind of place is this? Is this like just your run-of-the-mill tavern, or?
Nah, it's kind of swanky.
Yeah, okay, kind of swanky. All right.
I mean, like,
Is it
that's
for,
where
like-
I'd be going to try and play.
Right. Is it for like, or was it at least for like nobility or like people who are a little bit higher up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think what we probably see is you guys are probably still in the noble quarter of the city. So because of guards and magic and stuff, these people have managed to keep some sort of semblance of order and government here in Delhi, and so they have a quarter that's kind of blocked off, has walls, and so you guys are hanging out there. What do we see as we kind of like get the shot as we go into the venue? What kind of song is Rosemary playing?
Well, right now, no music is coming out of her flute because she is attempting something that she has been practicing, which is in the middle of her performance, doing some like essentially baton twirling with her flute.
Okay, all right.
With like lots of like spinning and hair flipping.
Yeah.
Like, so nothing right now.
Okay. Yeah, so you're like doing this like twirling, like baton twirling and
Yes.
dancing almost. And then like I guess like what's the flourish like finish of the performance? As we see that.
I spin and like toss my flute up in the air, do a twist on the ground, catch it, and then just like hold out like a little like vibrato note.
Yeah, sure. And how about you roll a performance check to see how well that went over with the crowd?
Yes, and I realized I did note what my expertise were in, and it was
And performance
performance
was one
and
of them?
persuasion.
Good.
Okay. And I think I'd like to use my inspiration.
Okay, sounds good.
21.
Nice. It's a good thing you did. So, the crowd applauds uproariously. And I think we see, right, like as we kind of pan around and see who's clapping, it's still nobles. It's still like this mix of Hindi elf and dragonborn, kind of like, dark-scaled rather, dragonborn. And they're clapping and whistling and hooting uproariously. And yeah, you guys like, I think Rosamie, like this is the same sort of crowd that you play to basically every time you do a performance. It's just the same group of like mildly roughhousing noblemen who frequent this establishment. And I think you've been getting more and more like body suggestions and offers as like it's gone on. Like not anything you couldn't handle or like, persuade away from. But I mean, as times get more dire, depravity seems to come out in people. So it's getting to the point where I think like even this makes you like even the slightest bit uncomfortable. I don't know how exactly, it's up to Rosemary obviously how you exactly respond, but it's like there's some like suggestive suggestions that accompany the applause.
I just like kind of hear it have a big blush come up like on my face and just kind of like give like a little wave and hand my flute to my unseen servant.
Right. You
As
just
we
like hand
walk
your flute
off
to
the-
nothing. That's awesome.
As we walk off the stage.
That's cool. So I think we follow Rosamie as we hear from that room whoever this person is, so this like tall handsome Hindi elf step up to the stage and say, all right, settle down, we don't have any more performances tonight, just get out of here, sort of a thing. And we follow Rosamie as he goes into like the back room, And we see Gefeldlar, and he's at a table, and he has like a bunch of papers strewn out before him. What are you up to right now, Gefeldlar? Obviously, you could retcon my suggestion of papers in front of you, but that's what I figured.
I think. Wait, okay. I gotta think what he would probably have some papers out or something. Honestly, okay. Let me check something real quick so I can remember. Okay, I can't remember off the top of my head. What's the difference between intelligence and wisdom again? I always get them like mixed up in my head.
Intelligence is book smarts. Wisdom is like common sense and like perception, insight with people, that sort of thing.
I was gonna say I was gonna be going over. I was saying I was gonna be going over seeing like how things have been going like with the zombie horde. Oh no, maybe that's it. I'm probably like researching in all the books I can find to see like what's causing this zombie horde.
Okay, yeah. So you wanted to figure out why in the world the zombie apocalypse has started. Okay.
So I'm doing that. All of a sudden I look over, I see out of the corner of my eye that she's come out. Like I reach in, like pull things of wax out of my ear, say, "Finally, you're done."
Yeah, sure. Pull things of wax out of your ears.
I just kind of like scoff at you, and I'm like, Gefeldlar, you didn't listen to my performance.
I've been trying to work. His voice is going to be going back and forth as I don't know what he's
all good.
Well, sorry I provided you a safe place to do your work instead of out with the zombies.
It's true.
He's just kind of like, as he continues just to figure out what the heck is happening.
Sure. So, how about you make a roll for us to figure out what that's been looking like, how much you figured out. Make an Arcana check, I guess.
Awesome. I'm good at Arcana.
I bet you are.
Apparently not that good at Arcana. When you roll a 4.
You rolled a 4. Oh my god.
I mean, I'm really good at performance, and I rolled a 2 and a 12.
Probably I've been too distracted. Like I'm sitting there like,
oh yeah.
It was like it wasn't even helping. I just like a blasted noise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Gefeldlar, you have no idea, right? Like, you have no even place to begin seeking the beginning of this or the spread of it. It seems like necromantic energy is just going crazy.
Which honestly, given what we do know about what happened, it makes sense that Gefeldlar wouldn't know.
Exactly. Yeah, unless you'd have to talk to some. You would have to go to the New World to really figure this out, or go to some sort of alternate dimension, or talk to someone who's been in the New World and knew what was going on, something like that. Or talk to a god. I guess you could probably figure it out from that, but none of those are available to Gefeldlar right now, so he doesn't have the faintest clue what could be happening. So I think Rosemi, like you did you say you like walked past Gefeldlar?
Yeah, just like kind of like stop and walk by.
Yeah, and so you go into like the next room, right? So this like little suite that's back here. And we see Shayla. Shayla, what are you up to in this like bedroom or whatever?
If I'm just in the bedroom, I guess I'm undisguised, but whenever I'm out in public, I'm always disguised as Leilani. What would Shayla be doing right now? I'd like to say she's doing something cool, like trying to commune with Titania to try to figure out what's going on. But honestly, I think she has a dude back there with her.
If I'm like walking towards the room, then I'd want to like kind of start coming in and be like, Shayla, what does, and like whatever like weird term that people were yelling at me.
Oh no.
What does this mean? And I like kind of walk in and I'm like,
I mean, it doesn't have to be anything super provocative or anything like that, but Shayla likes her distractions.
But I'd be embarrassed to ask that in front of not.
Mm-hmm.
We'd probably just get a very familiar scene of Shayla like sitting on like a guy's lap, right?
Right,
and,
of course.
Like playing with his hair and whatnot, and then she comes in and.
So who is this guy? Like what race is he?
Probably a random noble.
Okay. So
I don't know.
Like Hindi elf then?
Yeah, I suppose.
All right. Okay. Yep. So yeah, Rosemi. You're like, what is
Hey, Rosemi.
Hi.
And Shayla just kind of like, she gets up and she's like, out. Tells like the Noel guy to like, get out.
We haven't even started yet.
No, out. I'll call you in like 20 minutes. I'm sure this won't take very long.
And he just like, sniffs and walks out.
Actually, I guess she would be disguised still if like
Yeah.
so
If
she's
there's
disguised while he's
He still
there,
has
and then
Lynn
as
on
soon as like he leaves, like
Yeah.
she changes back.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, I was just some people were yelling some things at me, and I didn't know what they meant. I don't think they're very nice.
What are they yelling?
And Rosalie
Whatever,
describes some
like,
sort of suggestive
yeah.
activity.
Oh, well, just ignore them if you don't want to do anything.
Do something?
Yeah,
Hey.
Rosamie. Oh, you innocent little child. I love you.
I love you too.
Just don't worry about it, okay? If they give you any issues, just send them to me. I'll beat them up.
Okay. I'll
Just don't let them grab you, okay? Like, don't let them be like that.
Yeah.
wasn't planning on it. I'll give you your space back, I guess.
No, it's fine. You can stay. I was kind of bored with him anyways. He was rather dull.
Yeah, so I think
Okay.
we get a shot of the room where Gefeldar is in, and Gefeldar, you hear a knock at the door, and the guy
What
who's
is it?
the guy who's been like hosting you says,
What's his name?
I'm looking it up right now. Wow, some of these names are weird.
No, that's too bad.
Right,
It's
if
not
you're
like you're
looking
the
up
DM or
him.
something. And
Yeah,
can
so-
change it.
He says, it's Prem. His name
Oh,
is- his name is
Harish.
Prem Harish.
Harish.
Ah. Come in.
Yeah, he opens it up, and so yeah, this, tall, handsome Hindi elf man, steps, darker skin, steps in, and he says, "I trust your accommodations are suiting you well."
Remember, guys, Gefeldar has a -1 to charisma. I'm not even trying.
Mhm.
Like it'd be better if I got some peace and quiet without that.
And I kind of nod in the direction.
There are plenty of times during the day and the evening when she is not performing, so you just have to make sure that you're studying at those times, wouldn't you? One might think you actually do enjoy Rosamie's performances. Maybe that's why you're in the room right next to it every single time.
Gefeldar just gives him a look.
He
Takes
kind of like
his-
raises an eyebrow, like, mm-hmm.
He like looks at him, takes his candle wax, rubs it in his ears.
Yeah. All right, don't and yeah, like you can't even hear him, right? But yeah, so Rosamie, you like walk out, right, and you see him, see Prem, and he smiles like deeply, and he says, Rosamie, a wonderful performance you gave. Truly stunning.
Thanks, Prem.
The
been
baton
practicing.
thing, I've never seen anything like it before. It's weird because you'd think that suddenly stopping the music like that would just ruin the whole thing, but it doesn't. There's a certain surreal quality that happens when you just stop playing like that. It's quite magnificent.
Prem, you're too kind. And I like kind of like bat my hands like on his arm, I guess, because I feel like I'm probably significantly shorter than him.
Yeah.
So I can't really get his chest without being like,
Yeah. Yeah, and so he just smiles, and I think he says, well, is there anything else you need? Anything I can provide for you this evening before I start closing up shop here? And I think it's kind of like late at night when this has been happening. So
I I don't think so. You're such a gracious host.
Oh, please, please. I'm just doing my job. We have a beneficial relationship here, Rosemi.
Am I in eyesight of them?
Yeah.
No, but like, are they like facing me as this is happening? I guess is my question.
I mean, yeah, you're like right there. So.
Well, because I was saying like, Gafel is probably like,
yeah,
he,
you're
like,
like
barely-
miming it. So Rosemi, I think Rosemi can see you, but Prem can't. So you're just seeing him like mime this from behind.
I can't, because I can actually hear anything, but I can't hear from anything.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So, I think he does like a deep, languish bow to you. And he says, I am ever at your service, Lady Rosemi. Just speak the word and I will be there. Have a good evening.
Oh, Prem, one thing.
Yes, of course.
Could you like get them to not yell and then it's just like bleeped out everything?
Yeah.
Like this and,
I think
and
no. What happens? No. What happens is, can you get them to not do? And then we just are suddenly in Gefeldlar's viewpoint, right? And so we just have the like mute it so he can't hear anything, and we just see you right saying the words, but like, and we see him like react to it, but like,
And
we
I
just
just am kinda
Gefeldlar like yeah, can't hear it.
You hear Gaffeldar's mind. Maybe. Look at me. I can say the flute.
and I just kind of go, Leilani said that like I should just ignore them, but it seems like she was making it sound like it was bad stuff. So I would rather if they didn't yell that at me.
Yeah, and he kind of he's blushing like and he's just like yeah, it's not really. I'll make sure that they settle down. And then Rosemi, do you want to make an insight check?
He's totally in love with her.
Yeah, pretty much.
I love it.
Ouch.
Yeah, so
There we
Rosemi,
go.
we can tell, and I think Gefeldlar can tell somehow, right?
I just
Do I know?
Probably, yeah.
I look over and I just go,
Yeah. But yeah,
And
he's
I just-
very smitten with you.
And I just kind of say, I mean, I already knew my performances were inspiring, but I think they're inspiring the wrong thing now.
Yeah, and I think he says maybe not so much with the provocative dancing. That might help.
Provocative?
And I think yeah, he starts to be like, well, the way you know, never mind. It's just focus on the music, I think, and that will be best.
Okay. Thank you. And I just like kind of take his hand and kiss it.
Yeah, he's just like, yes, of course, yes. Good night, and he just steps out.
Leilani or Shayla steps
Yeah.
out as Leilani and is just like,
Perfect.
awesome.
What? Why are you clapping? Did you like my
I'm sorry, I
performance?
just miss. I loved your performance, and I just couldn't clap, and so that's what that's for right now.
Okay, thanks.
I mean, that's a deception check right there.
I will roll that. I have a +8.
I know
darn
you
it.
do, but let's, this is the sort of thing, right? Like where we're seeing all the characters' competences again. Yeah, so 12. Rosemi, we want to roll an insight.
Darn it!
Yeah, Rosemi, you
I'm
know
just, like,
she's
kind of
lying to
like-
you.
I just kind of am like,
I mean, she wasn't really trying to be that subtle with it anyway.
Right? Yeah, it's true.
I know that you weren't clapping for my performance, but I still don't know like why you're clapping. But I'm
mean,
just gonna kind of like play it off that I like just kind of go with it because I don't know why else you'd be clapping.
I mean, it's true.
Why would she be? Cool.
don't know.
Yeah. So, Shayla, I think that this evening, you're attempting. I mean, so right, like I guess you should fill me in on this. But my idea is that you probably are still just like trying to maintain doing the same sort of things that Titania wants you to do, even though she hasn't been in contact with you. So
Barely.
yeah, just the barest hints, right? Like as much as you have to do without having to do
Shayla's
anymore.
a C+ student.
Yes, yeah.
At best.
Yes,
At best.
but I think yeah, like we tonight is a meeting with I think a contact of yours, and they seem to have some sort of information for you or some sort of like connection, or they have some sort of big secret that they want to let you in on, and they've contacted you and been like, we need to meet in this dark alley because like I might be killed because this is really important, sort of a thing, right? Like and so
All right.
yeah, there's a secret meeting tonight, I think. And I think this is with a person that you're assuming, at least from what you've heard of this person, they're rather mysterious, but is connected with.
Is it him?
No, they're not connected with the verdict.
Oh,
You don't know anything about
darn
the verdict. Shayla knows nothing about the verdict.
Roll history.
Oh my gosh, no!
I like that you demand yourself.
Every character we ever go to will just roll a history check to see if they know about the verdict. I don't think that needs to happen.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Wait, would you be going to this meeting alone?
Probably not.
No. I assume that all three of you are gonna go. But yeah, you're under the assumption that this person works with the Crystal Court, which is the court that is based in the Middle East. The Crystal Court is kind of like well, it's the Middle Eastern Fey Court. And so there's a lot of like, I think there are genies that like kind of run it.
Right.
But let me look up something real quick. I know there was a thing about the Crystal Court that I had written down somewhere.
I feel like, didn't we have a story about a genie in one of our side stories?
No.
Yeah, where
Can
he
I
like
remember?
screwed over
Oh.
somebody.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
Yee remembered a
I was like,
story
wait.
about a genie, yeah, and it was a whole thing where the person wanted to like be, there's like a powerful wizard who wanted to be immortal or whatever, or like, you know, let demons in through a portal. That was it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Shayla was not there, so she knows none of this.
No, but I was just like, I feel like we've talked about genies in this
Yeah.
campaign before.
I don't think it was a genie. Now that I'm thinking, I think it was a demon. That he made a
The
pact
bold
with.
demon king.
Yeah, the bold demon king. That's what it was. Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is the first we've ever
Or-
heard of
A genie.
a
Okay,
genie.
sounds good.
Yeah. But there are definitely some weird fae. In the Crystal Court, and I really need to. I'm trying to find where I put this information about the Crystal Court. Oh, I think I might have found it. Yeah, the Crystal Court. In the wastelands and deserts of the Feywild, so right in this Middle Eastern part of this, it's the home of oversized reptiles, serpents, and insectoids. It has like mirages. Yeah. But I think the person that you were in connection with, you're assuming is a warlock of some Fey, archfey of the Crystal Court.
Okay.
So yeah, some sort of weird genie or something. But yeah, you have a secret meeting. What are preparations you're making? Like, how are you going about doing this?
Preparations. It's Shayla. She's just gonna waltz in there.
I'm just gonna waltz in there. Awesome.
I just
Sounds
kind
good
of
to me.
go. I'm like,
I'll probably stealth in.
should I be invisible? Should we be invisible? I can make two of us invisible.
I have
+7 to stealth, so
gaseous form, so I can go in else like.
Just become a gas.
yeah, that's literally a spell he can use. I almost took that actually.
Wait, so then I'll be invisible. Gafeldar will be a gas.
Well, if you can make me invisible too, then that might be
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah, I will cast invisibility on both of us. So invisibility at 3rd level.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
We're
good.
invisible for up to an hour.
Good.
Okay, cool. So you're meeting this person in like a dark alley of some sort. And the thing is, though, this dark alley is definitely not in the noble quarter. So you will have to go into the lowly part of Delhi, which is the dangerous part of Delhi, right? So, I mean, Delhi is still a city. Delhi is still like a semi-functioning city, but who knows when an undead will just try to kill you. This is just a constant fear now in Delhi. But you guys are gonna try to like be invisible and like.
Well, how far away is this place we're going?
Not too far, but like far enough that it's like a bit of a journey.
Is it more or less than an hour away?
I would say it would take you about an hour to get there.
Okay, then gaseous form lasts an hour.
Yeah, I would say you would have just enough time.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll basically be able to get there like without drawing any attention to ourselves.
Yeah.
And then we'll be there.
Yep. Pretty
Okay.
much.
Sounds good. That's the goal, right?
Yeah. And so yeah, I think you can manage pretty well with not worrying about undead or whatever, because undead don't want to bite a gas, and if you're invisible, you also it drastically increases your chances of being bitten by an undead. So you're probably good. And we see this like tense montage, right, as you guys are going through the city. We see like just like random fires in various places, just dead corpses everywhere.
Dumpster fires?
Yeah, it's the equivalent of dumpster fires for sure. Very just catastrophic levels of damage in this city, and like Black Plague levels of death. But you don't see a whole lot of undead. You definitely hear some. Right? You there's definitely like tense moments of like, oh my gosh, we heard someone being eaten in a couple alleys over, but like, you know, just keep going, sort of a thing. And I think you guys get to this spot where you're gonna have this meeting. And let me drag you over.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely not our side of town.
No, not your side of town at all. So let me drag y'all on here. So I should really actually change. So I assume you're just gonna be Leilani all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you can keep my token. That's fine, because that's your true form. So.
I mean, might as well have Leilani's token, because that's what you look like right now. You can just switch it.
But I like Shayla's token.
It's true, but I like Leilani's token too.
Yeah,
And we all know that it just is Caleb's opinion that matters. So
it's true.
But this is what you actually look like. That's what I'm saying.
I know. Well, actually, if we're going to a meeting with people from another court, I probably would just be Shayla.
All right.
Actually,
how it
not.
is.
Actually, probably not. Never mind.
also,
Actually,
if we're going
no.
to
I'm just going to be
like-
disguised all the
Sure.
time.
Gefeldlar is a gas, and we're invisible.
Well,
so.
he's not when you get there, you dorks.
Unfortunately, it is a third level spell to do that, but it means we get there safely.
It's true. Otherwise, I definitely would have had you roll some things, and you might have gotten attacked by undead. So, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to avoid that.
Yeah, I figured you would.
Yeah, I got one more third level spell that we can get back with.
Same.
Sorry.
It should be mentioned that I only have 10 feet of moving speed, but it's flying, so I can go the short way.
Yeah, I mean, you just like literally like hover over the buildings,
Yeah.
cut across.
Yeah. So there's a tense moment of silence as you guys just kind of like are waiting in this rendezvous point for this person. And I think you see this person come from, I guess make a perception check, everybody. I'm just curious if you would notice him coming.
Nope.
Dang.
Yes.
Oh, Shayla's so incompetent.
Poor Shayla. So yeah, Rosemi and Gefeldlar, you hear someone coming from behind you. And you look, and this person is like walking down the alley. They look like this. They have like tattoos.
The Dragon Balls.
Well, yeah, they have like literally magical spheres like floating around them.
Whoa.
I like your balls.
Yeah, there you go. And then has all he literally has like clothing that kind of signifies that he's probably an emissary of someone from the Crystal Court. And he's walking kind of like determinedly, very like I'm trying to think of a better word. Like there's no real hesitation in the way that he walks forward. And yeah, you guys probably like turn and see this man, and he you know him as Yad Viswan. Yad. And yeah, he says, "It is a pleasure to see you again, Shayla."
I just strut right up to him. And I like go to like shake his hand. And I'm like, pleasure's all mine.
But you would have called yourself Shayla, or would you have called yourself Leinani? Is that just the persona? What?
Yeah, shit.
Because I feel like that's the persona.
I mean, because if I'm trying to win over people from another court, I would use my name Shayla.
Use you, Shayla. Yeah, that makes
sense.
sense.
Because I mean that would make sense. I mean, and they probably know that it's a disguise.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, sure.
It's mostly just for, because she doesn't.
Yeah, it is
terrified that Oberon will find her.
It's true.
So she just always lives in constant fear of that.
It's very unlikely that a gnome would ever end up working for Titania. So yeah, it makes more sense that you're a halfling, because Titania is in the like south of Europe. That's where she hangs out. So
right.
At least in the Feywild version of the Earth. So yeah. Sorry, what did you say in response to him?
I just said pleasure's all mine.
Pleasure all mine. Yeah. So he shakes your hand. Then he says, "I have something to tell you. I apologize for the circumstances of our meeting and the mystery in which I've cloaked myself. It was for all of our protections, I assure you."
She just like gestures herself and like, I get it.
Yeah. And he nods. He's like, yes. Dangerous times, as they say. Dangerous times. Well,
So what is it?
I've learned something from the Archfey that I serve.
What's the Archfey that he serves?
He's been rather vague about it. It's just like some sort of genie. I mean, you're not really familiar. I mean, you can make a history check. I think he probably gave you some title rather than a name. Yeah,
nope.
But you don't know this Fey at all. But you're not very familiar with the Fey of the Crystal Court. But let me make up a title for this.
I feel like I'd at least know the title.
Yeah.
Wow, Shayla just doesn't care. I just like to think Shayla just has this like nonchalant attitude about her all the time.
But she's also incredibly paranoid and panicky about a lot of things. That's kind of an interesting little juxtaposition there.
Everything except for Oberon, she's like paranoid about. Whenever Oberon's name comes up, she's like, "What? Where? What?" Everything else, she's just like, whatever, it's fine. It's wonder why Titania even really wanted her in the first place sometimes.
It's true.
Probably to piss off Oberon.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the main reason, but...
I think she liked your hair.
That's probably it. You're right. My red hair.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to find... Okay, yeah. This person is known, the Archfey that he is referring to is known as Great Sorrow.
Okay, Great Sorrow.
Great Sorrow, yeah.
Poor genie, man.
Yeah, poor genie. He's a weepy genie all the time, I guess. But yeah, he says, Great Sorrow has told me something that has distressed me. He has said that, well, some of the Archfey are dying.
Dying.
This is not him particularly, and I haven't heard anything about Titania, so don't be worried offhand, but it seems like some of the minor Archfey, the King of the Empty Throne in the Crystal Court, he's dying. They don't know why. I think this is connected with...
Have anything to do with the undead?
Exactly. This is what I'm thinking. Has something to do with this. And I've come here with
Does the Great Sorrow say why this is happening?
He doesn't know. Scrying has been done. Oracles have been sought, and yet there has not been an answer, not of yet.
What was the phase name?
Great Sorrow.
No, the one that's dying.
Oh, the King of the Empty Throne.
Okay.
Yeah, and would you make an insight check for me, Shayla?
Yeah. I'm gonna use one of my luck points for this.
You can decide after you roll.
Okay. True. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah. Oh, well, no, actually, I'll just use my regular lucky, which says when you roll a 1, or I'll just use regular lucky. My halfling
thing, yeah.
I'll just use that instead.
I always forget about my
I'm gonna still use another luck point though.
Okay.
I don't know if you can pass that.
Nope.
Yeah, she can with lucky, yeah.
You can? I thought it said you have to use it.
What?
No, lucky you can just choose after you roll.
With
you can
the
just
fee.
roll
After
again.
you roll.
No,
Yeah.
no, with halfling luck.
No, it just says when you roll a 1
When
on
you
the
roll
d20,
a 1, you just re-roll it.
you
Yeah.
can re-roll the die or must use the new roll.
Yeah, it says you must use the
Oh,
new
that's true.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, well, it's fine because it's better anyways. So
it's 10, yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary here. So...
Would we be able to roll insight?
Yeah, you
too,
wanna roll
'cause we're
insight? Yeah.
listening?
Because I'm wondering if Gefeldar would put 2 and 2 together with the Undead and the Zon. So history or what is it?
Make an insight check. There's something that this is separate from that, but you can make a history check too, I think, maybe.
Oh, I can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and mine is a 15 because I forgot that I have the Stone of Good Luck.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
15.
Nice, you got it. That's a good history roll there, Feldar. So what do you want to know specifically? What's your intent here?
Well, the actual role was trying to figure out the connection. I was originally trying to figure out if I could make a connection between all the undead and the fact that people, the Fae are dying.
I mean, that's the connection that everybody makes of it, obviously. And you don't need to make a roll for that. But I think with that, with that 19 though, Feldar, I mean, you're thinking about this, and you're thinking about you know what I think you realize, Gefeldar? So he says the King of the Empty Throne, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're passably familiar with the Crystal Court. And you're like, no, wait a second. No, there is no King of the Empty Throne. Like that's the whole point. Like they call it an empty throne for a reason. Like no one's technically in charge of the fake court, of the Crystal Court. And so you're just like, wait a second. Like, is there a king that I didn't know about? Like, I don't know if you necessarily think he's lying, like, offhand, but, like, you're just like, but that's not... my information tells me otherwise.
Hmm.
But yeah, so Shayla, he tells you, Yad tells you, crap, there was something I was going to say, and then we took a detour and had a bunch of rolls. Let's see, you guys were talking about King of the Throne, and I think he says, yes, I think this has something to do with the undead, and even more so than that, I think, and I literally can't remember what I was gonna say. I was hoping that if I just started talking, it would come to me, but it didn't. And so I think what happens is he's about to tell you something.
That's your excuse for not being able to remember.
No. Well, he's about to tell you something, and then whatever. Gonna make a perception check for me.
Oh.
No, gosh, Shayla, you suck.
20.
Nice.
The heck, Shayla?
Get it all out now. It's better to do it in side stories.
So Gefeldlar and Rosemi. I mean, this makes sense because Shayla's in the conversation with this dude, right? You notice, you hear some like movement off to like in one of the like decrepit buildings off to the left and to the right. You hear some like someone like kick something or something like that. Like that's what it was, and you're like, wait a second. And the Gefeldlar, I think you like look through the through like this building over here and through the like burned parts of it. You see the faintest glow of something magical happening, and then you're like, all of your danger senses just go off.
I pull out my wand and I start pointing it, preparing lightning bolt.
Okay, yeah, and so I think we see that, and then let's go ahead and take our first break, and we can come back and find out what's going on. I'm also gonna find out what's going on because I have no freaking idea. We'll be back with more Terrier Let's right after this. Stick around.